It's kind of like Batman, except in no way, shape, or form, and it's just a book. Hello there, it is I, the Geordie Nerd, back again with another episode of Deathnote, Season 1, Episode 2. And yeah, the first episode. Like I said at the end of the first video, if you've watched that, I didn't expect them to take the main character in that direction so quick. So it's going to be interesting to see how they explore that narrative throughout the whole of the show. I mean, obviously things can change between now and then, but he immediately got this massive god complex and just started murdering bad people. So I didn't expect that. I expected some guilt from maybe killing the first two and he was torn, and then something happened and then maybe he started, but it was just immediate, straight to all the bad guys and girls were just killed. And that was a shock, so I am excited to see where they take it, because it went from 1 to 100 in the first episode, so yeah. Let's just get into this now and have some fun.
All right then, Yagami, please recite this line for us.
Sure. Having finally made his dream a reality, he was overwhelmed, both by the magnitude of his achievement and by the joy and happiness that it brought him.
That was very well done. But I'm not surprised, of course. Absolutely flawless. Very good. Well then, we'll leave it at that for today.
I thought it'd never end. How do you do this every day? It's so boring.
Yeah, definitely. School is, so is work.
There was more violence across the city today. Another stabbing, this time at a restaurant in the heart of the Kabukicho district of Shinjuku.
I mean, if all of these people die of a heart attack, somebody somewhere is going to be like, well, this is weird.
I only have from when I get home from school until I go to bed. I still need to sleep so I can maintain my average and stay at the top of my class. Obviously, I can't be sleeping in class. Plus, there's all the studying at home and at cram school. I can't let myself get too tired. It'll start to affect my health and my mental performance. If I'm serious about trying to create an ideal world that's free from evil, then I need to make the most of my time.
He just went all in, didn't he? Straight away. Lots of murder. New god. New world.
I'd be careful if I were you. If anyone else touches that notebook you've got hidden in the drawer right now, they'll be able to see me too.
He waits till now to mention that important detail?
Yeah.
Damn Shinigami.
What's wrong? Are you all right?
It's nothing. So, what exactly don't you understand? What are you stuck on?
Well, I think all of it.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, that was also me at school. All of it.
Every single one of them involved a heart attack.
They were all criminals who were either being held in prison or who were wanted by police for outstanding crimes. And I think it's safe to say there are other criminals whose deaths are unaccounted for.
In which case, the death toll could be well over 100.
I mean, if he wants to put a dent in crime, it's going to take more than 100.
Oh, this is not the time to be joking around. We need to confirm that these are indeed homicides and not coincidences.
How? Autopsy results show that in all of these cases, the victims died of a sudden heart attack.
Investigating a series of heart attacks is pointless. I don't see what else we can learn.
Absolutely.
I mean, it is... I mean, how many people do you think die in a day of a heart attack anyway? But I suppose it's the fact that they all died at the same time in the same 40-second window.
Chief, what's this L they're talking about?
Right. I forgot that it's your first time at this conference. We don't know L's real name or whereabouts. In fact, we still don't even know what he looks like. However, he's managed to solve every case he's ever taken on. And he's tackled some of the greatest mysteries this world has ever known. He hides in the shadows, but he's the best of the best.
So this detective, our investigator, is going to be put on this case. Okay, I see what you're doing.
What are we doing here anyway? I don't understand why we're sneaking around this dump. Tell me.
Isn't it obvious? You told me that anyone who touches the Deathnote will be able to see you. I can't afford to carry something this dangerous with me anymore. Up until now, I thought that if my family ever saw the notebook, I could tell them I was keeping records of various criminals in preparation for becoming a detective one day. But I'm walking a very fine line.
Between serial killer and detective. That's what they'd think.
That was easier to make than I thought it'd be.
Huh? Does that mean you were able to hide the notebook?
Yeah. I hid it right here in this drawer.
But it doesn't seem to be particularly well hidden. You left the key in the lock.
That's the whole point. I intentionally left the key in the most noticeable place I could think of.
Isn't that just a regular diary?
That's what it is. I'm guessing that once most people find the diary inside my desk, that'll probably satisfy their curiosity.
No.
But
if somebody saw a diary in a desk, they'd look, because that's what people are like. They shouldn't, but they do.
If you look closely, you'll find that there's a small hole underneath the drawer. Then you just insert this.
Ah, right, I've got you. Right. I thought he had put the Deathnote inside the diary, so I'm just a dumbass.
If someone were to try and force the bottom of the drawer open, the circuit would connect, and that would ignite the gasoline contained in this thin plastic casing, instantly setting the notebook on fire.
Okay, Sheldon.
The way I've got it set up, all the evidence would be completely destroyed. If I'm ever questioned, I'll just say that I was hiding the real diary because I didn't want anyone to see it. It sounds like a pretty believable excuse. I mean, it is my diary after all.
I've heard of you.
I mean, someone opens your drawer and then there's an explosion, but, well, a fire, but yeah, sure.
It all comes down to a choice. Would I prefer to be executed or deal with a little house fire?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather a house fire, but then again, you could lose a family member.
Last night in the West Tokyo Penitentiary, Naoki Kurotsukayama, originally sentenced to 15 years for armed robbery, is reported to have died of a sudden heart attack at the age of 32.
So if they die all around the world, why is L so sure the origination of the deaths? Origination? Is that a word? The origins of the deaths. What? I don't know what word I'm looking for. The deaths originate from Japan. We got there in the end. Like and subscribe.
The people of the world can already sense that there's something happening. They know there's someone out there passing righteous judgment.
Oh?
Human beings are like that, Ryuk. Although this would probably never happen in school, let's say that students were asked to discuss whether bad people deserve to die. Well, you can bet that everyone would give the politically correct answer.
It's just wrong to kill people.
That's what they're bound to say.
I mean, it depends on what type of person they are, really, doesn't it?
Many would rather deny my existence. But on the internet, where you can remain anonymous, support for Kira is growing. Maybe people are afraid to say it out loud, but they all understand what's happening. Someone's making the bad guys disappear one by one. Those who have done no wrong are cheering for Kira in their hearts because they have nothing to fear, while those who have done wrong are on the run.
It's kind of like Batman, except in no way, shape, or form, and it's just a book.
Criminals around the world are being murdered by a serial killer. I consider this crime to be the most atrocious act of murder in history. I will not rest until the person or persons responsible are brought to justice. Kira, I will hunt you down. I will find you.
He seems certain he'll catch you.
That fool. He'll never find me. He'll have to get this first. And as long as the police don't find it, there won't be any evidence to convict me.
I love the fact that he's just so... He's run with the God complex. And he's so engrossed in believing in it immediately. And I genuinely love that.
I am justice. I protect the innocent and those who fear evil. I'm the one who will become the god of a new world that everyone desires. All those who would oppose that god, they are the ones who are truly evil. I guess you're just too stupid, Elle. Too bad. This could have been a lot more interesting if you'd only been a bit smarter.
He's actually going to put his name in that book.
2, 1.
Holy.
I had to test this just in case, but I never thought it would actually happen. Kira, it seems you can kill people without having to be there in person.
Whoa, that guy died just to test a theory.
Although this was announced as a worldwide broadcast, the truth is, we are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan.
Oh,
I
wow.
had planned to broadcast this message around the world until we found you, but it looks like that won't be necessary. I now know where you are.
This guy is smart. Really smart.
Al has certainly lived up to his reputation.
Uh-huh. He proved that Kira exists, that the deaths were murders, and that he is here in Japan.
Naturally, I'm very interested to know how you're able to commit these murders without being present. But I don't mind waiting a little bit longer.
You can answer all of my questions when I catch you.
Whoa. Okay, so yeah, that does make sense. The first murder was in Japan. So that's why he said Japan.
I am justice.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I am hooked on this. This is wow. Yeah. So, like I said in the first one, he's got a god complex so quick, so fast that he immediately went to murder an innocent person, or who he thought was an innocent person. Turned out he was scheduled to die. But still, I mean, that's pretty shitty. But yeah, so L versus Light, and neither of them knows what the other one looks like. And I suppose the first meeting, when they do, it's game over. So are they going to keep those two apart throughout the whole show until the last episode? I mean, I guess I'll find out when I continue to watch it. But yeah, wow. I'm really enjoying it. I love the fact that the main character is not your stereotypical good guy. He thinks he's doing good, when in actuality he's just murdering a bunch of people. So he's an anti-hero in some respects, but he went from 0 to 100 in the space of a 20-minute episode, and I love that. I've got to applaud that. I've never seen that done before. But again, like I said, I haven't watched much anime besides a few Pokemon episodes and some Ruby. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this, and I'm going to continue watching it. So if you want to come along on this journey with me, there's going to be stupidity because look at this, and I'm going to get a lot of things wrong, so it'd be interesting for you to watch that and go, why did he think that? He's a moron. And you can call me that, that's fine, that's my kink. It's not, it's P. No, it's not. I also say dumb stuff that I shouldn't. Anyway, yeah, thank you as if it's P. Thank you as ever for coming out to watch these reactions. I'm weird, okay? You're just going to have to accept that. And Patreon link down below. And if you're on the Patreon, thank you as ever for your support. It's really appreciated. I'll see you all again very soon for more reaction videos.